For everybody that just clicked on this video, you're in luck, because we are all about to learn how to not choose your lifelong partner. At least that's what I'm guessing this is.
I was told not to speak about this, and honestly it just makes me want to speak about this even more. And not because I want to talk crap or any of that kind of stuff. It's just, life is really hard to just keep it all in and not share it. And to be honest, yes, this is my second divorce. Yes, I'm 25 years old, and I know that's embarrassing. Like, that sounds embarrassing. Like, oh, you must be the problem. Oh my gosh, 25 and your second divorce. Yes, I am going through another divorce, and I am going to speak about it. Not going to share the reasons specifically why, because yes, the person does deserve privacy. But all I can say is that this is a very difficult time for me. This has been my lowest point ever, and I will never stay, even if I love a man. My kids will always come first, no matter what. I don't care if we're married. And that decision that I made was really hard. It was like the hardest decision I had to make in my entire life. But I know that I made the right choice, because JoJo deserves the best. Isaiah deserves the best. And I will continue to do that always. Now, it's not easy being a single mom again. And I say again because the first time I married, it backfired really fast, a week after to be exact, because cheaters will be...
What kind of men are you choosing? I don't want to blame her. I actually feel bad for her. I started off the video with, joking around, because that's what I usually do. But like, god damn, this is hurting my soul right now. So I'm guessing the second guy cheated as well, and she had kids with both of them or with one of them. And like, she's above average attractive. She's still young. She can fuck up so much more.
Cheaters, and unfortunately, or actually I would say thankfully, I got pregnant and I have my JoJo now. The only problem is that just because you get married, it doesn't mean everything will be solved for you or everything's gonna go great. Things don't always turn out the way you plan them to. And yeah, I got pregnant, and I've been carrying the weight by myself with JoJo for the past, he's gonna be 4. Although in my second marriage I did receive help for JoJo. I'm happy I have JoJo in my life because I don't have to go through this alone, but I am sad that I couldn't give JoJo a father figure. I am sad about it. I am. Now, Isaiah has a great father figure, and I'm so happy for that, but it's still unfortunate that I couldn't give both my children what they deserved. And there won't be a third. There won't be a third try. You know how they say, third time's the charm. No, I ain't doing that anymore. And I'm gonna struggle for who knows how long until they're older and they're able to be independent. But for now, I still have to continue to work very hard, and I still have to continue to be in this state co-parenting, because that's where my second child was born and that's where his father is, and I have to stay here, and I'm stuck regardless of my circumstances, and I have to constantly be trying to find new babies.
Obviously, we don't know the whole situation of what happened and stuff, but one of her kids is 4 years old and she's 25, so that means she had a kid at the age of 21, which these days, that's freaking young, okay? But listen, when my grandma was 21, I think that my aunt, which is like the oldest from my dad's siblings, she was born when my grandma was 18, and that shit was normal. Those were different times. Those were times that one man can work in a factory and buy a freaking house. And saying that there's not gonna be a third one, does she mean a third child or a third chance with a third guy? She probably means a third child, right? And listen, girl, you already have kids, right? And if you want to meet one day, a nice lad. Why did I say lad? I'm not British. You want to meet a nice guy, who you want to spend your whole life with, who's not actually going to cheat on you. And also, you got to reevaluate yourself. If this keeps happening, maybe it's you who's choosing the wrong guys. Again, I don't want to blame her on this. We are all thinking the same thing. It might be her fault. It might be just a coincidence. it was just two guys. But at the age of 25, having two kids and two marriages fall apart, yeah, she has some issues of not wanting to wait, impatient. And I've seen this way too much with young people. Patience, man. You guys need to have freaking patience and not get excited to have kids and get married immediately, okay? If you're in a relationship and something happens and it falls apart, cool. But if you have kids and something happens and the marriage or relationship falls apart, yeah, that's you're fucking up a whole life over there.
Babysitters, because they all quit. They all quit after like 2 weeks because I can't afford that much. So I'm constantly with fear that I might get fired at my job, because this past month I've been late twice because my
Damn.
babysitters are so unreliable and they just quit. And this is going to be my life for who knows how many years until my kids go into school. I don't know, but they're still very young, so that's still going to continue for a long time. And not just that, but I don't have my family here. Like, I miss my mom, I miss all of them, and they're in a different country. Like, there's nothing I can do about it because I'm co-parenting and I have to stay here. But I also can't have the support of my soon-to-be ex-husband, because if we want to do it the correct way and co-parent the right way, I have to keep to myself and I have to do things on my own. And I can't ask his family for help because that's his family. And the minute I decide to divorce him, which I'm in the process of doing right now, I can't receive help from his family. And it's unfortunate for me because I'm the loneliest I've ever been. I'm at the lowest financially too. My car is I don't think my car will make it another winter here. It needs tires, it needs brakes, it needs a lot of things. And it's just a constant stress of thinking, shoot, are we gonna make it this month? Like, and then on top of that, like, just feeling all the weight. Anyways, this page is only about positivity. And the reason why I speak like a lot of positive stuff is because I've heard this saying that if you speak positive thoughts, you will feel positive. So that's why I speak positive things all the time, not because I feel good right now or because I just try to trick my brain into thinking everything's okay when honestly, like, I'm not doing that okay. Every day I feel worried, I feel stressed, and I know that there's bigger problems, you know, like at least we're all alive and we're healthy, but it really is hard being a single mom again. But I know that at the end of the day it's going to be worth it, and my kids will know that I chose them, and one day they're going to realize how hard I worked for them. And I also hope that they know how much I love them. So for that person who commented on my other post saying, like, oh, you left your second marriage because you were bored. That's not why I left. It's funny.
Why did she leave?
Yeah, I was just so bored that I left, and now I'm in this situation, and I keep choosing the situation just because I don't want to be bored. Trust me. I'm still grateful at the end of the day for what I have, and I'm still grateful to know that there's still a few people in my life who care about me, and I will continue to use this platform to vent, because at the end of the day, it's mainly just strangers. It's a safe space, right? We can just vent, and no one really cares. I mean, except for the haters who come here and like talk crap to me, but whatever. I don't have to stay silent about all this. This is my journey, and I will speak on it, and my married days are over. I don't have to stay silent anymore. If there's some truth that I want to share, and it's my journey, I'm gonna share it. And it is what it is. So if any of this makes you uncomfortable, then just exit out my page. Don't look at my stuff. That's how I feel today, and hopefully tomorrow's a better day. We will continue to try and stay positive, because that's all we can do at this point.
Before I say anything, this is not a safe space, okay? If you want to say something to someone, maybe talk with your mom or best friend or whatever. I know there's no time and you're tired. Late at night, before going to bed, or like when you're commuting to work and back, all this stuff. Talk with your friends, talk with your family. Don't ramble on TikTok, people are gonna destroy you. And I gotta add a disclaimer after this. This might be just bait. I don't know if I can classify this as rage bait. It may be, I don't know, but depends how you see it. But all of this might be just horribly, totally fake, just to, get views and money and clout. And at the same time, I hope that's it, but also at the same time, that makes me feel so freaking dumb. And I'm not gonna lie, this is one of the stuff that scares me the freaking most in my life right now, especially at my age. I'm gonna be 24 in 1 month. The scariest thing that can happen to me right now is me have a kid, especially unplanned. I hope she finds an amazing guy who's gonna, be okay with a chick that young having kids. Trust me, it's hard. I'm a guy. I know how it goes. What I was saying, the second thing that scares the shit out of me is that in this day and age, you don't have that much control over your kids. Like, it's at the age of AI, the age of social media, the age of cyberbullying, the age of you only have to be 24/7 with your kid, even when they're sleeping, because you don't know if that alarm wakes them up in the middle of the night for some reason, or whatever YouTube video wakes them up and they see one wrong video or reel. I don't know if you guys get what I'm saying, but I see a lot of people criticizing their parents. And again, I'm not a parent. This might be just bullshit at what I'm saying. And hey, if you're a parent watching this video, tell me how wrong or right I am. But I do think that in the modern day, it's much harder to be a parent just because of, the internet and social media. And you can't have 100% control of what your kid consumes online. Yeah, you can just steal their phones, but then they're gonna be a social outcast. Why? Because everybody else is gonna have phones and internet. And fine, they won't have a PC, they won't have a phone, even though they'll need it for work, because if you don't have a PC or internet, you won't be able to work. I meant school. You won't be able to do a lot of assignments from school. Like, I'm born in 2001, and I'm in a poor-ass freaking country in the Balkans, in Southeastern Europe. And even my whole childhood, needed the internet and social media and Wikipedia every single day just to be able to finish school assignments and homework and stuff. Your kid is gonna go play with his friends or her friends. They're gonna watch movies. They're gonna watch social media, whatever, YouTubers, TikTokers, hopefully not me. They're gonna play games. And that kid is gonna hear different adventures, different social situations and drama and smart and stupid stuff, and that shit is gonna influence them a lot, and you won't know that. You won't. You can give them all the advice possible, you can do everything right, and it still might end up being just going horribly wrong. Again, I'm not a parent. This is just what scares the shit out of me, and I hope the best for this girl. And if this is all rage, if I find out that this is all just bait, and if I found out that all of this is just to, gain some TikTok momentum, I was gonna say some very horrible, bad shit, crazy stuff, but I'm not. My Balkan brain needs to chill the F out. And if all of this is actually true, listen, us young people, I'm talking about me as well, and other people around my age or even younger, we need to learn to be more patient. Like, everybody's trying to be as rich as possible, as fast as possible. Everybody's trying to be on top and achieve all these goals by age, whatever, 25, 30, when it's like, listen, all the stuff you're seeing on social media, that's not what reality is for most people. Okay, those are exceptions, and even those people saying that how successful and happy they are, most of the time, 99% of them all around social media, they're just lying. They're just, trying to gain clout because, hey, look at me, how much, and they're gonna scam you with some dumbass course. And if everything that she said is actually true, I do believe that it's all about her being irrational, not mature enough, and being impatient. That's it. Irrational, not mature enough, and being impatient. And you might think that, hey, this should be general knowledge, right? Like common sense, right? Well, it's not. Some people need more mistakes throughout their life, sadly, and more social experience to be able to, make better decisions in life. And sadly, some people like her end up in these kinds of situations where you can't really go back. That's about it. Tell me what you guys think in the comments. Tell me if I'm wrong. And if everything that she said is actually true, what do you think made her end up in this kind of a situation? Impulsivity? Irrationality? Impatience? probably most of them. And I wish the best for her, and have a nice day.